How are you, sweetie?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, good.
Busy week for you as always?
Insane.
Insane?
Pretty hectic, but it's good.
How do you prepare for music conference?
Well, I tend to do a lot of special edits and remixes that I'll just play out for the conference. I literally prepare track lists for every single set that I do. And I spend a lot of time just really going through different tracks, different music that I want to introduce to my set. So I try to keep it as spontaneous as possible, but at the same time, create something that's very geared toward what we do with music.
I don't know how you do it. I mean, I've known you a long time, and I have to say, how do you deal with all the traveling and the jet lag and preparing for all these sets?
I think I'm geared for it. In other words, it's not easy. I know, I keep myself as fit as possible. Probably I don't drink or do any drugs or anything like that. So that actually helps me keep myself as balanced and as good mental and physical state as I possibly can be. But, jet lag and traveling, you just have your body becomes accustomed to feeling like it needs sleep at all times. So whenever I can grab that extra couple hours of sleep, I do.
But you would do long sets.
Yeah, although lately I've been doing less long sets and keeping them more exclusive. Like I'll do, instead of doing a long set every week, I may do one every month or every 2 months. And my sets now are generally 3 hours, 4 hours. But when I do those 7, 8, 10, 12-hour sets, those are special occasions.
Okay, when was your first music conference?
Wow. When they still had the conference in Fort Lauderdale.
Wow.
That far back, before it came to Miami before, but it was just local jocks and DJs.
It's a huge evolution, right? What do you think of the evolution of music conference compared to back then?
It's just massive right now. The thing is, it's not just a conference anymore. You've got Ultra Music Festival, which has really driven the amount of people and the traffic down Miami to this phenomenal proportion. Before, you used to have, let's say, 5,000 delegates at, or 6,000 delegates, which was a lot because it's primarily music industry people coming at what would be considered the Winter Music Conference here when everybody used to go to pounds. Now you're getting hundreds of thousands of people coming down, but they're all going to these different events. And it's spread out from being 5 days to now being over 2 weeks.
What's your equipment of choice? I know when you play, you got like 4 CDJs going on.
CDJs are my weapon of choice when it comes to DJing. I may add in certain other things down the road for maybe a live performance if I bring out vocalists and so forth. But for my DJ performances, 4 CDJs, and I basically prepare a lot of acapellas, loops, and sections of records, and I do remixes on the fly and do it all live. Everything that you ever hear me do with a record doesn't sound like the one that you downloaded to, because I probably took a section out of it and just remixed it then and there.
What's going on with Stealth Records? Tell me about that.
Well, the good thing is now we just got a new distribution deal with BMG. I've really taken Stealth back to the underground. Just everything that I've been focusing on for like the last year has been kind of keeping that, going back to my core room, my core audience. I've gone kind of more like my deep house, more like my sexy jacking house vibe. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've had a lot of records that have been hits. And dance music right now is at an all-time high for popularity. And the electronic EDM scene is great, but it's not necessarily what goes to the core of what I play. So kind of like a lot of those records are not where I'm at. And I've been finding that it's just really, really worked for me to kind of really focus back on the more underground, the more song-based things that I like working on, but with that really sexy sound. Yeah, and the thing is that I've always been a proponent, because it has been very much an advocate of the deeper, darker, more stripped back and sexier sounds. And I've just kind of, as much as I play for huge audiences around the world, and I play very party atmosphere sets, I also really just like to take it back to the core. When I do my longer sets, I've always been able to really go on kind of a musical journey. And I've just really refocused that. Now I'm working on a new album that I'm calling Roots. So I've really just gone back to that. And I've got a lot of good collaborations, a lot of good, tracks. I've got actually a track called Trouble Man that it's gonna be my next single that I've done with GTO, like I was saying, turn on the music for me. That's very kind of jacking, underground, techy, sexy, really. And I think everybody's reacting really well to it, so it's good.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Roger, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me and have a little chat, and I hope that the rest of this week in Miami is going to be incredible for you.
Thank you, sweetie. I hope to see you out.
Okay, I will.
All right? You better come out.
I will. Thank you.